not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe it takes a few seconds. You see the presentation or not, Guillaume? You don't see.
Not yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I don't know what I have to. Okay, I try again. Sorry for the delay. Okay.
We can see it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you. So as I said before, Guillaume and I are in the same meeting room this afternoon. So, so good afternoon, everybody. My name is Martine Jimenez. I'm working for GEM. I'm working at GEM for 10 years now. So I'm project coordinator, and to make it simple, I mainly work. I'm in charge of the IncubaGEM, the incubator of Grenoble Business School. So just stop me if it's not clear enough. I probably have a wonderful French accent, but I hope that everything will be clear for you. So so I don't know if I have to stop on this slide. Maybe if you are from GEM, you probably know these figures. Do you want me to go into details, or it's not necessary? Oh, okay.
We're mainly GEM students, so maybe can go quickly over the figures.
So just I just put this slide to give you an overview of key figures in GEM. So we are more than 500 staff working at GEM, roughly 8,000 students with 50 programs all around the world. So it's very nice, of course, a business school with a good ranking in France, in Europe, and in the world as well. So I won't give you more details because you know that this is the key figures about our school. So next one, maybe just to give you an overview of Grenoble area. So it's a very specific would say place in France. It's very well known for innovation. Grenoble is called the French Silicon Valley because it's really a pioneer city. There is a huge ecosystem environment with a lot of research labs, and so it's a very attractive place. It's quite well. It's well situated because we are close from Lyon Airport or Geneva Airport, or even from Paris. It's quite easy to come to Grenoble by plane or by train or even by road, in fact. Next one. In fact, just to explain you, GEM is part of a huge innovation campus called Giant, in which you have a lot of big or small research labs, very famous in the world. So it's really a attractive place to work for people or even for young students or for internship, for example. So Grenoble is a very nice place to live. As you can see, maybe not, but especially today we have all the mountains with a lot of snow around. It's just a beautiful place to live. And as maybe you don't know, but Grenoble has been ranked, let me take my notes, but the fifth most innovative city in the world. And in France, it has been ranked the fifth most attractive city to live and to study. So again, it's a nice place to live and to work. So to come back to GEM, clearly the mission, is the following. It's really to provide the best students in order to help the companies to perform and to meet the economic challenges of today and tomorrow. So this is the main objective and the reason of GEM existence, I would say. So to come back more in details about IncubaGEM. So IncubaGEM has been created 10 years ago because the status we did is that we were able to train our students, but there was nothing for the students who want to create their startups. So that's why IncubaGEM has been created. So the idea is to help the students to go as far as possible in the creation of their startups. So since the beginning, we have helped more than 350 startups, and some years ago we have been ranked the second best incubator in France of French, I would say, business school incubator. So we have some good, very nice story to talk about. The first one, and this is not a random. Sorry, it's not. I don't find the word. Sorry. In fact, WISB, I put WISB at the first rank because it was our first startup. So this is the first incubated startups, and WISB is a professional network for young people. It provides different tools to find a job, to finance the studies, and any kind of tools that people may need. And more recently, it has been chosen by the French government for their platform. So they have been chosen to give all the possibility to young people to find a job in this sanitary crisis. So the second one is Humanities real estate crowdfunding. It's a very nice story because it has been created by two students of our entrepreneurship masters, and so the story is still alive, but in fact they have been sold. Sorry, so it was a very good opportunity for them to continue the story. And the third one is a Grenoble one called Quadrant System. So it's they built professional drones, and it's still alive as well. And it's so just to give you 2 or 3 examples of success story about startups that we helped during the previous years. Next one, to go into detail. So what we do at IncubaGEM. So we provide different services like offices. I would say there are different spaces available for them to work, either than if they are private house. We'll provide as well services with experts, and in any activity that they would they would need. I will come back later with this experts side. We'll provide as well mentors that would help them for the startups and for the projects leaders as well. You can, of course, have your legal address here in GEM instead of using your private address. And any kind of logistic support, meeting rooms or whatever you may need. I mean, they may need, and we also provide them the access to the GEM network in case of if they need this kind of support. So to do it simple, it's really a large possibility of services that we want to provide them. So just to precise that everything is free for them. So it's really service oriented. And what should I say? Yeah, I'll finish here with the service that we provide for them. I talked previously about experts, so just to give you an overall an overview, sorry, of what kind of experts and mentor we provide. So it could be entrepreneurship, law, finance, HR, whatever they may need. We try at least to provide this kind of service. Next one, just to explain you how we work. So it's very wide in terms of kind of startups. So it's not because we are in Grenoble that we only select innovation startups. So it could be food or sports or cosmetics. So it's very open. And I want to precise as well that this incubator is only open for GEM students or alumni from GEM. So it's very important for us to be very specific for our students. So in fact, we select them twice a year, one in May and the second one in November. So we do a pre-selection with an application form. Then we interview them and we decide if we offer them the honor to be incubated. So it's 6 months period long for the first incubation, and they can stay 18 months long in IncubaGEM. So just to give you some figures, just for you to see what is the different amount of startups around us. So at the moment we have 60 startups in the incubator. We just integrated 15 new projects in December that represent more than 270 people in IncubaGEM. And as I said before, we have more than 350 startups in that we help since the beginning. And among this figure, we can say that 40 people created their company going through IncubaGEM. And just to finish, for the next step and developing ambition of IncubaGEM. So we really want to create more and more synergies between startups, especially because we don't have at the moment the possibility to have them in our different sites. So most of them are remote work remotely. So we have to maintain the link between them. We want to develop a partnership with international incubators. We already have contact in San Francisco, Milan, London, and we also want to build a community of students and graduates, entrepreneurs. Sorry. So this is the overview about incubation, and I hope it was clear enough for you, and maybe we can then answer a question either now or after Guillaume's presentation. It's up to you. Thank you for your attention, and I hope it was clear for you.
Thank you very much, Martin. Thank you very much for this presentation. Does students have questions right now? So our student maybe have a question. I have one question personally. It's about the relationship with Giant. So does, for example, IncubaGEM have relationships and partnership with other universities or other institutes inside Giant? So let's say, for example, you want to do a tech, an entrepreneurial project based on tech. Could you, for example, use resources or even people working at, for example, the Minatech?
In fact, we don't have a specific partnership unless the one that GEM has with Giant and a specific link, of course. So there are probably links that I don't know in details, but for sure we have at least specific contacts if we want to find a contact to develop a project in Minatech or even in the CEA research laboratory. We do have the right person to contact to help just to do the link and to help to be part of the development of the startups. So this is how I see the things as we can see today. So in fact, there is also different possibilities with the UGA University.
Yeah.
Here again, we do have names to contact, or they have their own, I would say, incubator with Pepitose, with a very known structure. So in fact, we have regular contacts with conferences or any kind of information. We share a lot of information and we communicate a lot between this different structure. So everybody, Grenoble is a small city, in fact, so everybody knows everybody. So it's quite easy to have the right person for the right people at the right moment, I would say. So I don't know if it's the answer you expected.
Yeah, it answered my question.
For sure, there are links, and it's not very difficult to push the button, I would say.
Thank you very much. I see that Martina Battisti has a question, so don't hesitate.
Yeah.
Hello, Martin. Nice to meet you. I was wondering, so I only recently started at GEM as a professor for entrepreneurship, so we didn't have the chance to meet yet, I think. But I would be very interested to see what the connection and the collaboration is between the different programs and the entrepreneurship courses that are offered and the incubator, if there is anything in place where we can have an exchange or some sort of a collaboration in both directions.
Yeah. In fact, I would say the page is wide, so we can do. I can hear the different needs, and we can set up initiatives to give you more information. For sure, incubation is quite young, I would say, and we really want to IncubaGEM to be more famous. I don't know if it's the right word, but to me more to give additional information to every programs and in GEM. So as I said before, this structure is open to any program, of course, and that's why it's very important for us to have a good coordination with Guillaume Duvernay here today with us. So the GEMEntreprendre Association is a key element to spread this information. So of course, I'm very glad to be here today because it's one of the answer to your question. So we have to continue this this initiative. So I would be very happy to come back and talk about IncubaGEM and GEMEntreprendre as well in the different programs as often as we would be requested. So again, IncubaGEM is open to everybody, and we can do much better for sure.
Thank you. So I think I'll get in touch with the two of you later on, and maybe we can discuss more. Thank you.
Yeah. So if any of you has a specific project to create a startup, please come back to us, Guillaume or I, and we would be very happy to answer your question. We have experts that are fully fluent in English. So we have an application form in English, so we can at least give you a minimum of services. So don't hesitate to come back to us either today or of course in the coming weeks or months about all the services that we provide.
Thank you very much for answering this question, Martin. I see, Patrick, you have a question.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Martin, for your presentation. It was quite
my pleasure.
Yeah. Because since the first day at GEM, I was still wondering how I should do to join the IncubaGEM. Yeah. And your presentation was really interesting to have idea on that. But at this moment, I am asking myself some questions. The first question I have is that if, for example, at this moment, I have a project and I would like to get a business angel for that project. Yeah. I asked this morning to Grenoble, to the government organization like Grenoble Ecole de Management if they are in touch with those networks, and he said that it is better to begin to start by entering inside an incubator. Yeah. So I would like to know if IncubaGEM has a network with business angels here in Grenoble or in other places in France or in other places in the world. Yeah. So that's my first question.
Yeah, thanks for your question. We do have contacts, and we don't have a specific partnership, but at least we have the right person I can give you contacts in business angels. So in some years ago, we worked very closely with business angels, or for any I would say political or whatever reason, it was not as close as today, as yesterday, but we still have a connection with the business angels for sure. But we don't have a specific partnership today with them for sure.
Okay. My second question is to know if, apart the network or the advice coming from the experts, in your field, is it possible to get funding, at least the first funding for the company at IncubaGEM?
Okay, in fact, we don't have the possibility to give fundings because IncubaGEM is just a service. It's not there's no a legal, I would say, well, not illegal. I just want to say that we IncubaGEM has not a legal structure. Nevertheless, and our objective is not to give money or to have money back. So it's not the business model today. But for sure, we do have experts in IncubaGEM to choose the best, I would say, the best way to have money. It depends of the activity, it depends of the amount of money you need. So it could be bank, it could be crowdfunding, it could be business angel. So there is no an overall answer, but it's really specific one. It's at each time, in fact. So, but we have the right experts for that.
Okay, maybe my last question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to know in the process for selecting startups. Yeah, I would like to know which criteria you usually look for in order to qualify a startup or a founder for the next stage.
So, in fact, to be sure that the incubation is relevant for the startups and even for the teams or our team in which I work for, it needs to be more than an idea, for sure. So, meaning that you have, we don't need to have the startup to be created, but at least it needs to be we need a market study, we need a financial view, we need a team that is structured. We need a project that is mature. You understand what I mean? So it needs to be advanced enough to get benefit from all the services that we provide.
Okay.
And for that, the team of Guillaume Duvernay in the GEMEntreprendre is a key element to help you before the application form, to help you to answer different questions, and they will make the necessary in order for the startup to be ready to apply.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
This is a perfect transition to now listen to Guillaume Duvernay, who will present GEMEntreprendre.
Yes, I will just share my screen. Do you see my presentation?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm Guillaume Duvernay, the president of GEMEntreprendre, which is the student association of GEM for entrepreneurship. So we are a team of 55 students that have several activities to have these three missions that these words represent. The first one is to promote entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship. The second one is to support student entrepreneurs, and the last one is to unite, to make a link between the students and the ecosystem, either in Grenoble or on a broader area. One of our key missions, and it is also a transition with what Martin said, we also accompany student entrepreneurs, but at a stage where it is only an idea. They want to build something, and we can help them to structure their project, to work on their market, to to try to build some financial provisions, and also to be able to apply for an incubation. It can be so the main goal is to be incubated at GEM, but we are also able to help them to get accompanied by other structures if they have specific needs. For instance, in Grenoble, you can have a Ronalpia for impact startups. So it can be possible to have a double incubation and to benefit from different structure to go further. So we have 9 people dedicated to this this support for the student entrepreneurs. And just a figure, last year we helped 35 students, and the majority are now are still working on their project. A big part of them are incubated at GEM. One of our activity is to organize the Festival of Entrepreneurship, which is basically an event to promote entrepreneurship and to unite the students of mainly Grenoble from all the different schools in Grenoble and the professional ecosystem. So we invite several startups, incubators, or other actors such as funds and these students, and we have conferences, a big meeting village where people can network. So these are the pictures of last year. This year's edition will be in digital, I think, but we have a team working on it very hard. So we will be able to have a very nice event to network, to discover projects, and the date is the 3rd April. So you can note the date and see follow us on the networks to have the information. Another activity of our association is the creation of content about entrepreneurship. So this is one of the formats that we have. It is called Get Talk, and it is video interviews of actors of entrepreneurship. So you can see on the right Quentin Rosados, the founder of CNAO, a startup, and on the left it is Didier Bernard. He helps startups to raise funds, and we produce one video every 2 weeks, and you can find it. You can find the Get Talks on our networks or our YouTube channels. Another part of our activity is to work on entrepreneurship. We do this in collaboration with the Direction of Innovation of Grenoble Ecole de Management, and we co-organize sessions, innovation sessions inside the Team Lab, which is a room dedicated to the to design thinking, and we invite companies here to help them to start new projects, but inside the company. And then another goal is to produce content about this new way of entrepreneurship, which is intrapreneurship. So we have other activities, but I presented you the new ones and the strongest ones that can interest you. And here are some actors that we work with. I will not explain all the collaborations, but feel free to ask how we are linked to these actors. And one of this year's project is to develop our website to be able to enable students to have a very easy access to the ecosystem, and we launched this like kind of register. You can see it here on our website. We have this ecosystem here, and you can see all the startups that sent us their information. For instance, we have 60 actors on our website, and you have always the a description of the startup and the contacts, some pictures to be able to know very quickly what they do. So we really wanted to focus on the clarity. Here is they have 120 characters to say what they do, so it's very interesting to be able to know in just one sentence what they do, some figures, the problem that they address, their solution, their future, and then the contact. So this is open to everybody, students, actors of the ecosystem, and yes, the goal is to make links between these actors, and the people can also contact GEMEntreprendre to have more information, or to be linked with some of the actors. So that was it for a quick overview of what we do at GEMEntreprendre. And another project this year is the expansion in Paris. So we have 4 people, 4 students in MIB in Paris, working on the development of the association's activity in Paris. So yes, it is a very young association, and we work very close with IncubaGEM. So this is why it was a good way to present what GEM does for entrepreneurship, and then feel free to ask your questions.
Thank you very much, Guillaume. So do we have any questions? Don't hesitate. So personally, I just have a small question about the entrepreneurship Fête de l'Entrepreneuriat.
Yes.
Will it happen this year, like at GEM, or like there will be an online version?
Yes, we work more and more on an online version. The stake here is to be able to make people network, but we are benchmarking some digital platforms to do it. And yes, it will happen on the 3rd April 2021. And there is, during this festival, also a competition, a pitch competition between startups, and this year's theme is digital platforms. So if you have a business about platforms, you can already contact us to know more about this competition.
Great, thank you very much, Guillaume. I see Patrick has a question.
I would like to know
if we can't hear you very well, Patrick.
Okay, now is it better?
Yes,
it's better.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to know if someone wants to join the GEMEntreprendre Association being in MSc, is it possible? Because at the beginning of the year, I tried to join the association, one of the associations. They were saying that, okay, it is not possible to join that when you are not between the 1st and 3rd year in the graduate level.
So the association is open to students that are either in 1st or in 2nd year, so in license 3 or master 1. It is the case for every associations in GEM. These are the 2 years dedicated to associations, and we recruit at the beginning of the year, and you have like an interview to meet you and see if you're motivated for the project, if you have ideas, and then you're able to be in the associations, and you are not. It is not compulsory to be a member of GEMEntreprendre to be helped by GEMEntreprendre for your project. So everybody, even the alumni, can contact GEMEntreprendre to have a to be helped on their project, or to have information about IncubaGEM. If you want to apply, we can also make the links between the association and the incubator.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do we have other questions? Don't hesitate to raise your hand if you have some. If not, then thank you very much. Yes, Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, just to finish, I forgot to give you the IncubaGEM website. Sorry. So I just type in the conditions, and it's just very simple, incubagem.com. So you have all the information in details, the application form, the experts, the startups. So to give you an overview of IncubaGEM. Thank you for your time. It was a nice pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you very much.
It doesn't happen very often, so but we can do much better.
Thank you. No, I see that Helena has a question. No. So you
yeah, I have a question. Just a quick question regarding the pitch competition that you mentioned. So you said that digital platforms. Would it also be possible to participate when you're not having a digital platform, or is it not even possible then?
I had difficulty to listen to your question.
The question is for Julien.
I think you have some internet problem, Helena. We
Can
didn't hear well your question.
Should I? Can you hear me better now?
Maybe you wanted to know if there is a platform for the pitch contest. Is that correct? You want to know how to be part of the competition?
No, if it's possible to put.
Oh, the line is bad. Sorry.
Maybe you can answer the question in the chat, Helena.
Yeah, maybe.
And meanwhile, I think Magali, you raise your hand. No, so you're raising your hand.
So,
yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I have a few questions. See, Guillaume, you're interested in the green tech industry. Are you working with projects at the moment in startups, in GEMEntreprendre, or?
I had an internship last year with the startup Willy Wow, which developed a fan that competes with air conditioning, but with a very, very low energy consumption. And it was very exciting to work on the valorization of this impact, to see how we can show to the clients in B2B or B2C how they can win, how it can be profitable for them to choose this solution. And this is why I'm very interested in working on the issue of the valorization of impacts of green techs. And so I am still in contact with Willy Wow's team and working with them. And
Awesome. And I had another question for Martine. I'm sorry, I missed the beginning of the presentation regarding the incubator. Are you recruiting interns or students at the moment?
I didn't get what you said.
Are you recruiting any interns or students at the moment, not as a startup, but in the actual incubator?
No, we cannot do that. In fact, I've already received this week 3 offers from students to for an internship in incubation, but unfortunately, we are not able to recruit students to be part of incubation.
Okay, I will have to join
Sorry,
as
yeah,
then.
yeah, sorry for that. I would love, but at the moment it's not possible.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And so Helena has posted her question onto the chat.
Yes.
So is it possible to participate in the pitch workshop or not having a digital platform startup?
So it will be more a competition than a workshop. So everybody will be able to watch the competition, the pitch, and the results. And we are also working on a way to make the public vote for the startups before the finals of the competition. So a vote of the public to choose maybe 3 or 5 startups, and then they will pitch live with a jury that will choose the winner. So I don't know if I answered your question, but the format is still evolving. A 3-people team is working only on this part of the festival, and they will have a great, I think, a great competition. And we will, when we approach the date, we will give more and more information.
Thank you. So if we don't have any question, thank you very much for your time, Guillaume and Martin. I see Patrick is raising his hand.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was not a question. I would just like to share a message with all the participants before you close, Ryan, if you allow.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that the next session for our series will be this Friday from 1 p.m. Yeah. And we are going to have 3 incubators, Tamac, Moncho Labs, and Linxium. And on top of that, we are also going to have one presentation from La French Tech in the Half. So it will be great for all of us to still participate to that session. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Guillaume. Thank you very much, Martin.
Thank you
My
very much
pleasure.
for coming.
Enjoy the rest of your digital trip in Europe.
I hope you all learned a lot.